Tier 1 support involves a comprehensive English as a second language or English literacy development program that is universally accessible to all multilingual language learners. It involves principles of culturally relevant and responsive pedagogy, differentiated instruction, and universal design for learning. So this could mean incorporating dual language texts, speech-to-text technology or other assistive technology, multimodal forms of assessment. The focus is on creating inclusive, identity-affirming learning environments that support language acquisition and curriculum access for all students.
When we think about those practical considerations, the tools, and maybe some of those other pieces, I think it's important to think of it as a collaborative team approach. Where possible, connect with other educators, because our goal is to get a fulsome understanding of these learners, these multilingual language learners. And so we're coming together using our professional judgment to decide which tools are going to give us that scope, that understanding. We want to think about tools that can be used across the curriculum, in the language, but beyond the language domain. We want to be thinking about multimodal tools because again, the goal is to understand what the student can do, that asset, what can they do. If a tool does not align with the student's lived experiences, they're not going to be able to show us what they can do to the same extent. So an important resource that is available to all teachers across Ontario is the Steps to English Proficiency Framework, or STEP, as we all use the acronym for, and it gives us a trajectory of language acquisition, steps 1 to 6, showing that growth happens over time. It's something that can be shared with students, with parents. Parents are an integral part of this process. With educators, gives us that consistent language. And it provides very detailed descriptions of what growth looks like. So it's a helpful practical tool.
So you would agree that if we see progress along the STEP or through any of these assessments, Tier 1 support would be working?
Yes, and having those conversations with colleagues to see am I seeing what you're seeing?
It is very important to make sure that we are using a balance or a triangulation of the data, which is a combination of multiple teachers, classroom observations, having conversation with the colleagues, making sure that we are on the same sort of terms and page with our expectation with that multilingual language learner, and also to look at different variety of students' work, from oral to written to presentation, and making sure that Steps to English Language Proficiency is in front of us, looking at it and trying to compare that to what the student needs to be moving forward in STEP. When the student is showing that after being involved in meaningful and socially interactive context in the classroom and being in scaffolded sort of instruction, the student is not still making progress as expected, this would be time that we can consider thinking about more focused approach in regard to supporting our students. And we are going to incorporate more strategies to specifically make sure that we are addressing the need of that students, and then that would be time when we are focusing on growth and possible gaps.